Hello friends, in this video we are going to revise the subject surveying. Surveying is to determine the relative position of points on, above or below the earth's surface and presenting it graphically or numerically. What is graphically meant here? If we want to represent a line of 1 kilometer from A to B, then we have to draw a line A to B and represent it like this. While numerically we just have to depict as AB equals to 1 kilometer. Now we come to the basic definition of in surveying. The first one is level surface, a curved surface parallel to spherical surface of earth. You can watch it here. This is the earth surface, okay, and the level surface is just a line parallel to this earth surface. Okay, this is the level surface. Now what is the level line? Any line on the level surface is called as level line. What is horizontal plane? A tangential plane to earth's surface. You can watch it here. This is the horizontal plane. Okay. The great circle. Great circle is the imaginary circle passing through center of earth. Example, equator and longitudes. Now great circle divides the earth's surface into two equal parts. You must be aware of the great circle. Next is our classification of surveying. Surveying are of two types, usually geodetic surveying and plane survey. Geodetic surveying is for large area and plane survey is for smaller areas. In this geodetic surveying, the effect of curvature becomes significant. The curvature of earth that becomes significant as it is for larger areas. But for plane survey, effect of curvature is neglected. Here we can draw the projection of horizontal plane onto this surface. Okay, this is the earth surface and we take the projection. Okay, for area greater than 195.5 kilometer square we use geodetic surveying, while for area less than this one we use plane survey. Geodetic survey is done by Survey of India for establishing control points which serves the purpose of reference point for local surveys. Okay, this is the basic for different surveys and this is performed by Survey of India. Okay. Now the plane survey is used for local surveys, like we perform plane surveys only. Okay. Now in geodetic survey we use spherical trigonometry, and in plane survey we use plane trigonometry, like those arithmetical formulas and trigonometrical formulas. We can see here that why we use plane survey, because the 18.5 kilometer, this is the curved length. Okay, this curved length when represented as horizontal length, that is a projection, then this 18.5 kilometer minus 1.2 centimeter only. So this 1.52 centimeter, this is the deduction in the length due to the curvatures projection. Okay, so this length is very much small with compared to the 10.5 kilometer. That is why we can take plane survey in our calculations. Okay. Now classification based on purpose of survey. There are different classes of surveys. First one is topographic survey. These surveys are used to obtain the map which shows details of natural and man-made features on the earth's surface, including elevation informations. Okay, we use different kind of scale in topographic surveys. Now the engineering survey, this is used for building bridges, highways. Usually we perform this survey only. These surveys are used for engineering works. Okay. The cadastral surveys are used for representing property boundaries, also known as a public land survey. Okay. The hydrographic surveys are done on or near the water body, like for lake, river, harbor, etc. The astronomy, you must be aware with it. These surveys are used to determine the latitude, longitude, local mean time at any place on the earth's surface by observing heavenly bodies. Okay. Next is our geological survey. Geological survey is used to obtain the information about different strata of earth's surface. Okay. There are different classification of survey based on the instrument used. uh, First one is chain survey, simplest type of surveying in which only linear measurement are done. Angular measurement are not taken in chain surveys. In the compass survey, uh, we take the angular measurement also, and the linear measurement are done with the chain or tape only. In leveling, you must be aware with it. It is used to determine the elevation of various point. Plane table survey for determining the various points and taking their linear measurement with chain or tape. Okay. Theodolite. Theodolite is performed for horizontal and vertical angles. Tachyometry. Tachyometry is also performed uh, for the measurement of distance using the angles. Okay. In this, a tachyometer is an instrument which is used for measuring the distances. Now, photogrammetric survey. In this survey is carried out by taking the photograph fitted under the aeroplane. Okay, it is used when time available is less and area is inaccessible. Next is our principle of surveying. Principle of surveying, there are two principles. First one is working from whole to part, that is to localize the error. The whole area is first taken, okay, and the part is the part of the surveying are done afterwards. Okay, this is the whole point. We establish first control points, and then we will do all the rest of the surveys inside this area. Okay. Second principle is to localize a point at least by two measurement. You can see it here. We have to we have to locate the point C from A and B. A and B are known points. Then either we have to take two distances, or we have to take both the angles, or we have to take one distance and one angle, or the perpendicular distance and this one, this distance. Okay. And next is our scale. Scale is numerical and graphical, two types of scale. Numerical scale is engineering scale and representative factor. You must be aware with this representative factor. There is some concern with the scale, that is shrinkage of scale. Here in the case of shrinkage of scale, that is when the paper is reduced in the size, or the scale or the tape is reduced or in the size, then we use the shrinkage factor or shrinkage ratio. It is the ratio of shrunk length upon original length, or shrunk representative factor upon original representative factor. Okay. Now the correct distance determined for this shrinkage scale is representative factor of wrong scale upon correct scale into measured distance. If we want to determine the corrected area, then measured area upon shrinkage factor to whole square. In the case of correct volume also, we can use the formula like this only, and we use here cube. There are few verniers in the scale. First type is direct vernier, second is retrograde, third is double vernier. This is used in the theodolite. Double folded vernier used in sextant, and extended folded vernier used in Abney level. Least count of vernier is S upon N, where S is the one division on main scale, and N is the number of division on vernier scale coinciding with main scale. Okay. Next topic is our accuracy and precision. What is accuracy? Accuracy is the degree of perfection, while precision is the degree of fineness and care with which any measurement is done. There are few mistakes. Mistakes are due to carelessness, misunderstanding, and poor judgment. The errors are the discrepancies other than mistake. Okay, these are due to instrumental or some other mean. Now error is measured value minus true value. Always we have to memorize this formula. Error is the measured value minus true value. All the positive and negative are taken with respect to this one only. And the correction is negative of error, that is true value minus measured value. Okay, error are of two type: systematic or cumulative error, and random, accidental, or compensating error. This error is directly proportional to the length which we have measured, and this error is directly proportional to the square root of the length which we have measured. Okay. Next topic is our linear measurement. There are different methods of linear measurement. First one is direct method by chain or tape. Optical method is by tachyometer. We have seen this method earlier. EDM is electronic distance measuring instrument. Okay, these instruments are of three type: either by light wave, or by radio wave, or by infrared radiations. Now by light wave we use geodemeter or macometer. By radio wave or microwave we have distometer or tellurometer, and by infrared we use total station. Usually on the surveys on the field we use this total station for our surveying purpose. Next topic is our chain survey. uh, Chain surveying, this is the very basic topic in this Serving. The first definition here is of main station. Main station is where two sides of a triangle meets. You can see it here. Always a chain serving is performed by the triangles only. We form the triangles and then we perform the different operation in it. uh, the main station is where two sides of triangle meet, like this: A, B, C, D. These are the main station. Now main survey line is line joining the main station, like this: A, B, B, C, C, D, D, A. These are the main survey lines. The tie station or subsidiary station are the station on main survey line, like this. These stations, these E and F, these are tie stations. And now tie line or subsidiary line, these are line joining the tie stations, like line this E and F. This is the tie line. The baseline is the longest survey line, or the survey line from which all the operations are performed. We take the survey from this line only, with respect to this line only. Here we can say that B and D is line BD is the baseline. Okay. There are few check line or proof line to check the accuracy of the plan. Here the check line is A, I, or C, J. Okay. The surveying chain, there are different kind of surveying chains. One is revenue chain, gunter chain, engineering chain, metric chain. In the revenue chain we have 16 links and 33 feet is the length of it. The gunters chain we have 100 links and 66 feet is the length. Engineers chain we have 100 links and 100 feet is the length. This is the basic chain. And metric chain is 100 link with 20 meters for 20 meter chain and 150 link for 30 meter chain. Usually we use this chain in our surveying purpose in the colleges and in the institutions. Now there are few values we have to note down here. 1 mile equal to 1.6093 kilometer, that is 80 gunters chain, and 1 acre is 4046.856 meters square, that is 10 into gunter chain square. Gunter chain is the length of one gunter chain. Okay. 1 yard is equals to 3 feet. 3 feet equal to 0.9144 meter. Next topic is our tapes. What are different kind of tapes? We can see it here. Cloth or linen tape, metallic tape, steel tape, invert tape. The cloth or linen tape, it is made up of the closely woven linen or synthetic material and varnished to resist the moisture. This tape does not remain straight during strong winds. Okay. The metallic tape, it is made of the linen with brass and copper wires woven into it and varnished. The steel tape, this is made of the stainless steel. Invert tape, this is an alloy of steel and nickel. Steel is 64% and nickel is 36%. The accessories in the chain survey: pegs, wooden. These are used to mark the definite point on the ground temporarily or semi-permanently. The arrows are used by the leader to mark the end of the chain length, which is later collected by the follower. Okay, these are 8 mm dia metallic rod. And ranging rod, this is used to locate the intermediate station along the survey line, and this process is called the ranging. Okay. Offset rod is a ranging rod with slots made at right angle. Okay. The cross staff or open cross staff, this is at the 90-degree. It is used for setting out the right angle at any point on the chain line. French cross staff, it is used to establish offsets at an angle of 45-degree, 90-degree, 135-degree. Optical square, this is used on the principle of double reflection. Okay. This is used to establish the perpendicular offset. In this we use the index mirror. This is index mirror, this is fully silvered, and this is horizon mirror, that is in this bottom half is silver. The rod, we have the eye here. Okay. And through this rod 2 is in straight forward direction, and at the 90-degree we have rod 1, and we can watch it here that rod 2 and rod 1 are visible simultaneously on this point. Okay. Next is our clinometer, is used to measure the vertical angle or slope of the ground. Next process is our ranging. Ranging is either direct or indirect or reciprocal ranging. Ranging is the process of establishing intermediate point along the straight line. The direct ranging is the intermediate point are established along the chain line by direct observation from the station. while indirect or reciprocal ranging, it is the method adopted when the endpoints are not intervisible due to rising ground between them, or due to the long side distance between the end stations. Okay. Next are the errors in chaining. We have seen it earlier: systematic error and random error. This is directly proportional to length of line and directly proportional to square root of length of line. Error is measurable minus true value and correction is negative of the error. Okay. There are few correction in the chain: correction for standardization, correction for slope, correction in the tape, correction due to standardization. It is the correction for absolute length. Okay. Ca equal to L minus L dash into L dash upon L small L dash. Small L is the actual length of the tape. L dash is the nominal or designated length of the tape. Okay, this is at the moment what we have seen, that tape either being reduced in the size or elongated in the size. Okay, L dash is the measured length and L is the correct length. Okay, so L will become Ca, that is correction, into L dash. Similarly, we have next is for correction for slope. This is always negative. Correction for slope, this is equal to minus of L into 1 minus cos theta, where we can see it here that this is L length which we have measured, and this is the correct length L. This is horizontal length dash. Okay, so we have to determine, if we have to determine this length and we know this length, then we use the formula L equal to 1 minus cos theta, L into 1 minus cos theta. There is one different formula also, minus of h square upon 2L. Correction for pull: if the pull applied in the field is different from a standard pull, then the correction for the pull is to be applied. Now if P is greater than P naught, then the CP is positive and vice versa. Okay, so this formula is P minus P naught into L upon AE. This is basic formula used in the SOM also. Correction for temperature: Ct equal to alpha T minus T naught into L. You must be aware of each of the term. This is coefficient of thermal expansion, or this is T is the standard the temperature at the field, T naught is the standard temperature, and L is the length. Okay, next is our correction for sag. The sag correction is minus of WL square into L. W is the weight of tape per unit length, L is the length of the tape, 24 P square. P is the standard pull applied. Okay, so this whole weight can be regarded as capital W square. Okay, now if number of bays are n, like condition is like this. Okay, there are different number of bays. There, like here we have 4 number of bays. In this case, Cs equal to minus W square L upon 24 n square P square. Okay, we will divide this formula by n square. Correction for mean sea level. Mean sea level correction is minus HL upon R. You can see it here. H is this distance and R is the radius of Earth. Okay. Next topic is our compass survey. Compass survey is different from chain survey in the following manner. We can see it here. Only linear measurement are performed in chain survey, while in compass survey we take linear and angular measurement both. In chain survey we have the framework of network of triangles. Compass survey we have open and closed polygon. In chain survey, check lines are required. Check line by method of adjustment is done in the compass survey. Okay, you know different methods like Body-Stone's rule. For smaller area and low accuracy we use chain survey, but for larger area and higher accuracy we use compass survey. There are traverse like open traverse, closed traverse, and we have to know about the meridian, different meridians. Meridians, either true meridian, magnetic meridian, arbitrary meridian. True meridian is the line joining North Pole and South Pole on Earth's surface, while magnetic meridian is the direction indicated by the freely suspended needle. Okay, we must be aware with it that a needle is suspended. Okay, and we take the magnetic meridian in the direction of the needle. And there is arbitrary meridian taken in any arbitrary direction. Next is your magnetic declination. There are few definitions in it. We have to memorize all of them. A magnetic declination is the horizontal angle between true meridian and magnetic meridian at the time of observation. Okay. Isogonic line, the line joining points of equal declination. Agonic line, spherical isogonic line passing through zero declination. Angle of dip, this is the vertical angle between magnetic needle and earth surface. Magnetic needle, we have discussed it earlier. Okay. Variation of magnetic declination, there are few variation like secular variation. After around 300 years, this follows the sine curve. Annual variation is the yearly variation. Diurnal is daily variation. Irregular variation is due to different type of catastrophic phenomena like earthquake, volcanic eruption, etc. Okay. Next topic is about bearing. Bearing is either true magnetic or arbitrary bearing. The type of bearing are quadrantal and whole circle bearing. Quadrantal bearing lies from 0 to 90 degree, while whole circle bearing is from 0 to 360 degree. You must be aware with quadrantal bearing. Representation is like this, like north 36 degree west. This represents the this coordinate like 36 degree north to west. Okay. uh, there is a local attraction of the magnetic needle to a local magnetic field other than earth's magnetic field. For a line, forward bearing minus back bearing equal to 180 degree. If forward bearing minus back bearing is not equal to 180 degree, then there is a presence of local attraction. Next topic is about traversing. Traversing is the framework consisting of the series of connected lines forming a closed or open polygon. We make the measurement in the traversing by chain or tape, tachymetry or EDMI. We have discussed it earlier. Here we will discuss the angular measurement by loose needle, fast needle, included angle, direct angle and deflection angle. The loose needle method is in this method the magnetic bearing of each line is measured at every traverse station. In fast needle we measured the bearing at one station only, and at the rest of it we just find out the included angle. Same concept is there in the included angle also. All the included angle are being determined, and only the first one, that is the first at the first station we will determine the magnetic bearing. The direct angle method is similar to the method of included angle and is generally used for open traverse. Okay. Like this one only. All these level direct angle are measured. Deflection angle are method of mainly used for traverse, in which the traverse line makes smaller deflection angle, like in this case we can see it here like this. In this case we find out deflection like this one, delta 1. Okay. Next is like it is going like this, so we have delta 2. Okay. Like this we have deflection angles. Next topic is latitude and departure. It is the orthographic projection of a line in north-south direction, that is latitude, and in east-west direction, this is departure. In a closed traverse we should have sigma L, sigma of latitude equal to 0 and sigma of departure equal to 0. There are few closing errors, like this is our traverse ABCD, and if this traverse is not closed, then this error is called closing error. Okay. We can see it here. This E is the closing error, EX is the direction in the direction of departure, EY is in the direction of latitude. Okay. So E is the under root of EX square plus EY square, and theta is tan inverse EX upon EY. Okay. EX equal to sigma D, sigma of departure, and EY is sigma of latitude. There is method of adjustment of the traverse. There is an arbitrary method. In this method, closing error is distributed arbitrarily according to the judgment of the survey based on the field experiences. Okay. The rule which followed by us is Body's rule. This is the compass rule. Here ELAB equal to EY AB upon P. P is the perimeter of the whole traverse. AB is the length of that particular line on which we have to perform the correction. EY is the total error in the y direction, that is in the direction of latitude, and this is the error. Okay. So according to the sign of it we perform the correction. Now both length and bearing are changed in Body's rule. Okay. In the transit rule also these both length and bearing are changed. This is similar to Body's rule, but the difference is that this length here we were taking the length of that line. Here we are taking the latitude of the particular line AB. Okay. And upon we are having the term sigma of latitude. Okay, this is the arithmetic sum of the latitudes of all the lines. Next is our graphical method or proportionate method. This method is also based on Body's rule, and hence it is generally used for compass traverse. Here we have to note one thing, that all the traverse computation are generally done in the tabular form known as Gale traverse table. Okay. Next topic is our leveling. Leveling is determining the elevation of various points. Here we are having different terms as backside, intermediate side, foreside, height of instrument, reduced level. We must be aware with all of these terms. The benchmark are the fixed reference point of known elevation. There are different types of benchmark like GTS, permanent, temporary, arbitrary benchmark. A GTS benchmark is a Great Trigonometric Survey benchmark. These are established by Survey of India throughout the country. These are established very accurately with respect to Bombay High. Bombay High is our datum for GTS benchmark. Next is a permanent benchmark are established at closer interval between widely spaced GTS benchmark. These are established by Survey of India or by PWD. Temporary benchmark, these are temporarily established whenever required. Generally these are points at which work is closed for a particular day, and from the same point work is started for the next day. There is arbitrary benchmark. These are benchmark where elevation does not refer to any fixed datum such as mean sea level. Okay. Few method of leveling are there: direct leveling or spirit leveling, trigonometric, barometric, and hypsometric. Direct leveling is a normal leveling which we perform by the instrument of leveling. Trigonometric leveling is done by the method of Pythagoras theorem. Okay, like this one, leveling is performed. We know the height and we take the angle at h alpha, and this distance d. We take the value of h. We can determine it. Barometric leveling by altimeter, aneroid barometer, or mercury barometer. Okay. It is another type of indirect leveling in which the leveling are determined indirectly from change in atmospheric pressure. Okay. With increase in the elevation, the atmospheric pressure usually reduces. Hypsometric leveling, this process of leveling in which is determined by observing temperature at which boiling of water starts. Okay, as altitude increases, boiling point of water reduces. There are a few types of leveling like simple leveling, differential check leveling, fly leveling, profile or longitudinal leveling, cross section leveling, and reciprocal leveling. This is very important, reciprocal leveling. Now sensitivity of the level tube. If we have a level tube here like this, and d is the least count, or we can say that the smallest division on the level tube, then we have this alpha as the sensitivity of level tube. Alpha is the angle subtended at the center. R is the radius of this level tube. Okay, alpha is d upon r into 206265 second. We have seen these two terms here, d and r. Angle subtended by an arc equal to one division at center is the sensitivity. Sensitivity we can also depict it here as this staff intercept upon nd. Okay, where n is the number of division on that level tube. Reciprocal leveling is a1 minus b1 plus a2 minus b2 upon 2. Here a1 is the height of staff intercept when instrument station is at a and towards the a only, while b1 is while staff is at a and this intercept at b. Similarly for this condition a2 b2 when this instrument is at b. Now effect of curvature, we use the formula here, minus of 0.0785 d square. Refraction, we have the formula 0.0112 d square. For the combined correction we have 0.0673 d square. Okay, this effect of curvature is always negative, this is positive, and overall it is negative. Next topic is distance of visible horizon. Usually questions are asked from this topic many times. This is d equal to 3.854 under root h. H is the height of this particular object. Like if we are having a lighthouse visible from this point on the ship, then we can determine this distance by using this formula. Here the distance d is in kilometer and this height is in meter. Last topic is measurement of area and volume. We have four formulas for it. First one is mid-ordinate rule. Here we are having A equal to H1 H2 plus H3 up to Hn minus 1 into D. Okay, this is Hn into D. Here we are having different heights, we are having profile and different height like this. Okay, here we are having H1, H2, H3 like this up to Hn. So we can use mid-ordinate rule to find the cross-section area. Now average ordinate rule, we take the average of all this dividing by n number of observation into length. Trapezoidal rule, we use this rule as d into O1 plus On. This is the first value and this is last value by 2 and plus rest of the values, sum of rest of the values. Simpson 1/3 rule, d by 3 into O1 plus On plus 4 times sum of even terms and 2 times sum of odd terms. Okay, next is the computation of the volume. We have different formulas here, like end area formula, v equal to d a1 plus an by 2 plus a2 plus a3 up to an minus 1. In the prismatal formula, we use Simpson rule, like v equal to d by 3 a1 plus an first and last term plus 4 times sum of even terms and 2 times sum of odd terms. You should remember that here we take the sum of these areas while calculating the area. We take the sum of these distances. Okay, so here we finishing up with the surveying. If you like this video, please click on the like button, comment if you have any suggestion or any queries, and share this video as much as possible. Thank you very much. Goodbye.